What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get. And today we're going to check out the brand new album from Kane Brown called Different Man. I'm pretty sure most country fans know about Kane Brown at this point. He's a singer from Tennessee who gained a ton of traction on YouTube and eventually signed with RCA Records. Ever since the late 2010s, he's been pumping out hit records like no other. From his hit collab What Ifs with Lauren Elena, to solo endeavors like Heaven and Homesick, to more pop-driven collabs like One Thing and Be Like That. The dude is an absolute music machine, like holy crap. I took the time to listen to his two previous LPs and I just found them okay. His self-titled debut really did nothing for me, and I consider What Ifs and Thunder in the Rain to be the only two major highlights. The second half of Experiment is a lot better than the first. Like once you get past Homesick, you will be in for a real treat. Now he's given us a third LP, and I'm here to see what it's all about. Of course, I would like to advise everyone to leave a like and comment for this video because the more engagement the video receives, the more likely it'll be picked up in the algorithm, so thank y'all very much for that. Without further ado, it's time for Different Man. Track number 1, Bury Me in Georgia. Mystifying with its intro, okay. The badass guitar, I'm loving it. The way he's just playing with his voice right there, I'm loving it. He's singing it with a lot of passion in his heart. Oh yeah, you bet your ass it's funky. Fucking guitar solo, yeah! Okay, so, Bury Me in Georgia. I gotta say, very strong way to start off the album. The song has a very straightforward meaning. Kane Brown is singing about his love for Georgia and how deep of a connection he has there. So deep that he wants to be buried in the ground of Georgia once he passes away. He's lived there his whole life and he's gonna die there, like a real southern boy. The anthemic production also does a lot to add to this. He really is showing off a ton of pride for his home state, and he really is showing how much he loves it. Guitar solos are wonderful, the violin solos are wonderful. Love how he plays with his voice too. Gotta say, it's a really great opener. It might be my favorite opener in any Kane Brown album. Track number 2, Different Man, with Blake Shelton. Alright, title track time. Let's see what they do with this. Yeah, just don't go by society standards. Yeah, a construction line is what he means in that sense. Kind of like those backing vocals, you know, they really elevate the tune. I always drink decaf, never caffeinated. Blake, really playing with his vocals right there. Okay, so that was Different Man, and yeah, I would say it's pretty fine. Kane and Blake are talking about how they don't want to fit the mold of what society's idea of what a man is. They want to break the tradition and sort of follow their passion, follow their dreams. In this case, you know, becoming a big-time music star. I can definitely say that you've achieved that dream quite nicely, Kane. And the same can be said for Blake. I mean, you are a judge in The Voice after all. Production-wise, I don't think I have much to say about it. I do like that vocal melody they give on the chorus where it's like, oh, oh. It sort of feels like the break of dawn as the sun is basking on you because, you know, you're ready to follow your own path. Of course, you got some bitchin' guitars and we got some amazing drum work, especially on the bridge, I gotta say. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty fine. Nothing too outstanding, but I do like some of the instrumentation they add in there, so yeah, I think it's pretty salvageable. Track number 3, Like I Love Country Music. This one I've listened to several times at this point. It's becoming a huge hit on the Billboard Hot 100, so I'm not going to be surprised by anything, but we can listen to it. I love this beat that they got going on here. Which is like all the time. Ooh, I love that little effect right there. It's sort of like an echo, sort of like wubbing a little. Ooh, splashing piano, and we got the fucking fiddle solo, like a real country ass motherfucker. Yeah, whoever's playing that violin, yo, props, props. You're a real professional. Okay, so that was Like I Love Country Music. I've listened to it plenty of times before. Sounds just as great as always. I always find it comparable to Thomas Rhett's What's Your Country song because it's another song that's supposed to be like a love letter to country music, making all sorts of references, just jam-packed with them. I do find this song to be a heck of a lot better than that one because this one actually shows its love for country music within the production, you know, with the pianos and the drums and the violins, of course the violins. What's Your Country song isn't very complicated, and while both songs kind of have the issue where they're just trying to like mark off a checklist of famous country references, this one actually has a lot to show with its composition and with its instrumentation. It could make honorable mentions on my best list this year, we'll have to see, but I will say that this song is very impressive. Track number 4, Go Around. Ooh! The violin is kind of impressing me a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Ireland in a way. Consoling a girl who's gone through a nasty breakup, perhaps? Referencing his own fucking song. Yeah, it was that good, and I made it. The ascension right there was just really cool. Okay, so that was Go Around. Yeah, that one has some really nice things going on with it. Kane is singing to this girl who just entered the bar, and it looks like she was horribly heartbroken. And Kane is promising her that they could have a nice little love life together if they just gave it a go. A go-around in this case. I don't know if she'll feel too comfortable just jumping into this new relationship after her previous one ended disastrously. Maybe she'll be up to that, I don't know, but kind of feels like you're making a move a little too soon. Production-wise, I do really enjoy it, like the way that the certain melodies ascend, especially on the bridge, just that sounds very, very cool. It sounds very epic, like the opener, and it really like gets you going, it really like gets you out of your seat, it puts you like in like a really energized mood. Like I said, it's a pretty fine track. I don't know if I'll call it extravagant, but you know, it's something that is nice to listen to. Track number 5, Grand. I remember that Kane performed this at the VMAs, and he was introduced by Jack Harlow and Drewski, and they gave him a very, very great introduction. Okay, there's a lot of hip-hop being infused with this track. Okay, I think I hear a little bit of auto-tune in this one. You know, he's relying on it quite a bit. Yeah, we got a fucking trap beat up in this bitch. Yeah, I'm like a magician when it comes to my alcohol. I mean, as far as hip-hop country goes, he does a lot better than Florida Georgia Line. Okay, so that was Grand, and I don't know if it's that grand. Of course, this is meant to be Kane Brown's next big pop single that climbs really high in the charts. It has a nice little groove to it. You know, I can't get enough of that trap beat. You know, it really hooks you in a little bit. But I don't know, it kind of like doesn't really vibe with me that much. It's just him flexing about his high life and how much success he's garnered and just how good it feels. It's not very distinguishable from other hip-hop songs. The only difference here is that it's infused with country. Maybe if Jack Harlow jumped on the remix, then I would like it a lot more. But yeah, not too impressed with this one, so we can just move on. Track number 6, See You Like I Do. Fighting with your hair, like an inhuman. Like, you're so beautiful, baby, you can make it on a freaking billboard, you know, just like me. Got me saying, damn. This is supposed to be like the big clapping part that the audience is supposed to join in on at the concerts. I swear, girl, you must be blind because you can't see how gorgeous you look. Okay, that was See You Like I Do, and honestly, I actually kind of like that one quite a bit. It's another one of those songs where the guy is singing to a girl that you look perfect just the way you are, and you don't need to change anything, and that these perfections are what make you even more gorgeous. These songs tend to rub me the wrong way most of the time, and if you saw our worst of 2021 list, you probably know that I really did not like Just the Way by Parmalee and Blanco Brown. You know, we ripped into that song quite a bit. But this song I kind of vibe with more because he's singing it with a more interpersonal dynamic between him and his lady. You really feel the intimate connection as he's delivering these lyrics. Although some of them are clumsy, like sometimes I swear you must be blind. Maybe that's him trying to be funny and charming, but I don't know, I guess it just kind of sounds weird to me. Of course, what really stands out to me with this song is that it's more in a pop direction. Like, he relies on glossy pianos, and you can tell that the guitar is a lot more processed in this song. But yeah, surprisingly, I actually kind of like this one. It's really sticking with me, and I can't wait to listen to it again. Track number 7, Thank God. Alright, we got a more laid-back acoustic guitar ballad. Like the percussion here. It's a nice little way to elevate the song, enhance it a bit. A man of faith, I see. Okay. Yeah, like we took a chance on each other when we didn't have to, and look how well it turned out. Their vocals blend very well together, I gotta say. They're really working in unison. Okay, so that was Thank God, and yeah, I appreciate that one. Kane and Caitlin are singing to each other how glad that they married one another and started a family. The relationship is very healthy, and they're thanking the Lord that they've built a very strong marriage. Caitlin, I gotta say, is a really good singer. Like, I believe she's the wife of Kane in real life. And I think this is like her breaking out into the country scene. She's doing a swell job, you know? Caitlin, you gotta be proud of yourself. It is very noticeable that it's leaning more into religious territory, but I don't think I mind that too much. You know, he's a man of faith, you know, I gotta respect his faith. And he's just really lucky. He just feels very lucky that his woman is someone that he cherishes so much. Production-wise, I don't have much to say about it. It's very laid back in its instrumentation, acoustic guitars, and not too complicated percussion. Yeah, this one, I gotta say, pretty nice. Track number 8, Leave You Alone. Okay, we got another slow jam in our midst. Yeah, you kind of threw me there for a loop for a moment there with the song title. I love the drumming that starts off in the chorus like that. Taking it slow now with the piano, cutting out all the other instruments. Woo! Letting those vocals fly. Belting now. Okay, so that was Leave You Alone. I don't have anything to say about this song. It's the typical, I'm gonna stand by your side no matter what, baby. You can trust me to be loyal to you, and we're gonna grow old together and then die together. There's nothing really interesting to say about this one, not even the production. Like, some of the drums and the guitar solos are nice, but I got nothing for this one, so yeah, just moving on. Track number 9, Riot. I kind of like this one. It's starting off like an old western in a way. Yeah, my boy Kane, he did not come out to play. He got to burn up some motherfuckers. Love that touch of violin right there. The fucking fiddler. I also love that percussion. It's almost like spurs are being clinged together. Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, fucking guitar solo. This song deserves it. Okay, so that was Riot. I will say it is a very interesting track. I love how they produced the song. Like, it's really something that gets you all riled up and ready to fight like a motherfucker. You have the bombastic drums, the touch of violins, the electric guitar solo at the end that really gets you in the battling kind of mood. I'm very curious to know if this is supposed to be like a protest song because he keeps singing about war and defending his home. And there's a name drop, Winston. Is that supposed to be symbolic? I would love to know that. I'll probably look it up for my own once the video is out. But if anyone has any thoughts on this song that they would love to enlighten me with, I'm very, very open. Track number 10, One Mississippi. This song I've already played a few times. I think I reacted to it a long while ago, last year. If you want to find the short reaction, you can look at my August 2021 compilation. The time code should be on the screen. But context of the album, gotta listen. Yeah, the fiddler doing some work again, really carrying the music. And now, we got the solo. Just really bringing us on home. Well, not yet, because this is like the bridge, but you get what I'm saying. It's a drinking anthem, but we got a little smoking cigarettes tossed in there. Okay, so that was One Mississippi. I've done it before. I still think it's really good. It's your typical drinking anthem where these two are at a bar with each other and they're like drinking their asses off. Production sounds really grand. Love the violins. Like, holy fuck, are the violins good. The drumming is really nice, and I really love Kane Brown's passionate singing. Yeah, I still really vibe with this one, and it's a pleasure to listen to. Track number 11, Drunk or Dreamin'. We got a bossa nova vibe here, with the freaking chimes thrown in. He can't believe that his baby is just that attached to him. Mixing whiskey with Coke. Sounds like a little treat. For some reason, I just imagine people ballroom dancing to this song with their sweethearts. You know, it has real, like, dancing energy to it. Romantic dancing energy to it. Tasteful acoustic guitar right here. Very romantic. Very sentimental. Very risque. Ooh! Little timid tapping of the drums. Sort of like the bongos. Okay, so that was Drunk or Dreamin'. Yeah, that one stands out quite a bit from the rest of the album. There's a little bit of Spanish music infused with this one, with the plucking of the guitar, the tapping of the bongos. And you can hear or sense that Kane is really letting on the charm onto his lady. Again, I can imagine so many other couples just dancing to this, really allowing the intimacy to sprout between them. He's just so captivated by the romantic mood of the night that he can't fathom that it's actually happening to him. All that whiskey must be getting to him at this point, but no, this is for real, my dude. It's a nice little romantic track, you know, it's very fancy, very risque, and yeah, it's something that can really put you in a good mood. And I can imagine Dancing with the Stars sort of picking it up sometime in the near future. Track number 12, Losing You. Alright, very slow guitar to open us up. You should be afraid of skeletons in other people's closets. Woo! I kind of like how all the other instruments just come barging in on that chorus. Ooh! The electric guitar is just really picking up right now. It's reaching into the plane as we have the second chorus. Very tasteful solo right here. Loving it. The backing vocals, I gotta say, impressing me a little bit. Okay, so that was Losing You. I gotta say that one is pretty alright. I really like the production on this one, how it becomes a lot more extravagant as the song progresses, especially on that second chorus where it all really kicks in with the guitars and the drumming. When it comes to the lyrics though, they're pretty basic. Like Kane is talking about, I'm not scared of this, I'm not scared of that, I'm not scared of this, I'm not scared of that. But when it comes to Losing You, it just really puts me in a fearful mood. It's a really nice sentiment, you know? He has shown that he really cares about Caitlyn. They have a really strong marriage together, and nothing could possibly tear them apart. But the way the songwriting is presented here, it just doesn't impress me. It's pretty, like, easy, if I gotta say. Like I said, the emotion is very strong, but I just don't really have much to say about this one when it comes to the lyrics. I really do like the production, you know, you really sense that emotion. But yeah, this one is just average, if you ask me. Track number 13, Whiskey Sour. This song I already did a short reaction to earlier this year. You can check it out right now. The link is going to be in the description. But of course, gotta listen in the context of the LP. He's kind of reminiscing on what could have been. Yeah, you can tell you ain't mixing it with Coke no more. Gotta admire the acoustic guitar too. Nice element. Okay, so that was Whiskey Sour. We've done it before. My thoughts on it haven't changed. It's a pretty nice ballad where he's reminiscing on what could have been with this girl, but for some reason it all fell through, and now he's getting drunk and really just wallowing in his own feelings. Not too much to say about this one. Instrumentation is nice. Nice little acoustic guitar with the violin to pair with it. So yeah, we can just move on. Track number 14, Pop's Last Name. taking it nice and slow like before. He sounds like a really good figure for you to look up to, buddy. Ooh, love that guitar melody to like close out the chorus. Really gives you that reminiscing kind of feel. Okay, so that was Pop's last name, and yeah, I think that one has a nice little sentiment to it. I believe that he's talking about how even though his father got incarcerated in 1996, there was another father figure in his life to raise him, and he taught him everything he needed to know and helped him grow up to be a man. That's my best estimate as to what he's talking about. I do look at his Wikipedia page and notice that his father did in fact get incarcerated in 1996. But I don't know if there was another father figure around. He said that he was raised by a single mother, so I might have to maybe further research that. But yeah, I really enjoy the emotion that this song evokes. I also love the instruments within it, especially that acoustic guitar. It's really nicely played. And yeah, it's a very relaxing song. It really puts you in a happy little mood. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Track number 15, Devil Don't Even Bother. Woo! We just jumped right into it. Like, damn. Kind of like this little monologue he's giving right here. Talking about a girl that needs freedom, right? Ooh, I love that line. She leaves hell begging for water. It's too hot for me in here. Yeah, no, like, you gotta understand, right? She's strong, you're weak. She's powerful, you're not powerful, right? So you gotta watch your fucking step. That old-timey piano on the final few seconds. Wonderful. Okay, so that was Devil Don't Even Bother. I think that one is very, very fun. He seems to be talking about this girl that he once dated, but she turned out to be incredibly mean-spirited, did not treat him right, and eventually he was just left broken after she left him. Now he's out here warning all the other fellas to probably not mess with this girl, because she will just wield her power right over you. There's a lot of fun lines to be found within the chorus, especially like, she'll eat your heart for breakfast. She leaves hell begging for water. Like, that is some wonderful imagery. It just sounds so hilarious. I think it is supposed to be a more comedic song given the sound. Like, the tempo is a bit faster, and there's a lot of like old-timey music infused. And yeah, it's a pretty enjoyable song, I gotta say. Hopefully if Caitlyn ever encounters this girl, then they can have a little throwdown and Caitlyn can show her a thing or two. She's that good of a wap, I bet. Track number 16, Nothing I'd Change. This one sounds very relaxing, very happy. It's like the old classic value, just sipping champagne together. I mean, you probably go far when you're out touring, so. Our good friend, the guitar solo, giving us yet again another wonderful sound. Oh my god. Stop, Kane. You're gonna suffocate me with the cuteness. Alright, so Nothing I'd Change. Yeah, that one is pretty fine. Again, you really have to appreciate the love that Kane displays for his woman, Caitlyn. I'm sure they have a great love together. They talk about how well they've settled down and how, sometimes they cancel plans just to be with each other, which I find to be very sweet. Sipping champagne, making love while the rain is pouring. It sounds incredibly romantic. When it comes to the sound, I don't know. There's just something about it that just doesn't really, strike a chord with me. This is the kind of music that they would play during Hallmark commercials when they're trying to, advertise their new Christmas movies. I don't know. I guess it just feels a little too hot adult contemporary for my liking. But, I'm sure there's someone out there who will really vibe with it. And now it's time to get on to the final track of the LP. Track number 17, Dear Georgia. Okay. A little pop, I hear, with this one, too. A little progressive. Really picking up on the chorus. Has a real outdoor concert vibe. I love the double meaning there. You're my dear Georgia. And it's like a love letter to Georgia. It's very bittersweet in its tone. And that's something I think he was definitely going for. Woo! Climactic much. Woo! Really letting it loose with the vocals on that final chorus. Okay, so that was Dear Georgia. Really good song to end the record with. It's supposed to be a letter that he's writing to his peeps in Georgia, where he's talking about how he may be going places like California, West Virginia, and Tennessee, but his heart is always going to belong to Georgia, and this song is a tribute to them. I can picture this sort of being played in a small town concert, like a local concert, and everyone's just feeling like the home spirit, the hometown spirit within each other. I really like that message, and the production also reflects it very nicely. The way it really builds up on the chorus is just so edifying, and of course he really knows how to play the electric guitar. I don't think he's playing it himself, but whoever is taking care of that, you're doing a good job. It gives you a nice warm feeling inside once you're done listening to it, and I appreciate Kane for giving that to me. On that note, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to listen to the album a second time. I'll come back and give you my final thoughts, so bear with me. Alright, I am back, and I'm ready to give you my final thoughts on Kane Brown's Different Man. As far as country albums go, I certainly liked it better than country stuff, let me tell you that. As I took in the material of Kane's new album, I started to realize just why it's called Different Man. In between the time he released Experiment and this LP, Kane and Caitlin gave birth to 2 daughters, and they've built a family. Kane shows a ton of gratitude towards his wife throughout the runtime, from See You Like I Do, to Drunk or Dreamin', to Nothing That Change. Many adults are said to completely change as people once they have children, and I think the experience of fatherhood has really touched Kane on a personal level. But knowing Kane Brown, I expected this album to rock, and he did not disappoint me. I thought the drumming and pianos were nice, but they didn't really do much to stand out. The electric guitars that serve as kick-ass instrumentals on the bridges always put me in a good spirit. Although I gotta say, the real MVPs of this record are the fiddlers. Their names are Natalie Stovall and Stuart Duncan, and they seem to be pretty big superstars in their respective genre. Natalie, Stuart, I really enjoyed your work on this album, and I hope Kane is writing you both very good paychecks. Aside from that, I don't really find this album to be too complex. There's nothing too interesting he has to say. He just focuses on small town values and getting pumped up by country tunes. The emotion between him and Caitlin is what really carries the LP, and Caitlin even at one point gives some amazing vocals. But really, this album doesn't have much for me to return to. Still, even though I'm not too impressed by Kane Brown's albums, I'm very glad that he is as successful as he is. He brings so much earnestness to the genre, and I don't think his male contemporaries are able to emulate that. He's got the style and swagger that a music star needs, and Kane, I really hope you keep shining. I give Different Man a 6 out of 10. My favorite tracks on the album would have to be One Mississippi, Devil Don't Even Bother, and Dear Georgia. My least favorites would have to be Grand, Leave You Alone, and Different Man. And that is just about it. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this album reaction. I had fun with it. I hope you did too. If you want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Twitter, my Twitch, and my TikTok. The links are going to be in the description. And that is where we're going to wrap up. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be setting, but I hope you're able to soak up those drops. Take care.